Hey Raker, of course I can do the Star Crunch next because not only is the Star Crunch one of your son's favorites, it happens to be one of my favorite snacks from the 1980s when I was a kid. And my local Casey's had the big one. So we have to do the taste test first. Now I think I figured out a recipe based on what I remember them to taste like. Okay, so, I'm so excited. Okay, so it's chocolatey outside. Oh no, the chocolate goes all the way. So it's chocolate throughout. Clearly Rice Krispies. Now these are super small Rice Krispies. I'm not going to find them that small. Caramel. But that's not all it is. There's marshmallowy. Okay. I'm going to tweak my recipe a few minutes. Eat this entire thing. And then let's start this recipe off right. All right, bakers. So here's what you need. You need half a cup or 1 stick of butter. And let's get that in a pot and melting. And while this is melting, we are going to add half a cup of cocoa powder and a half a teaspoon of espresso powder. Now, if you don't want to add the espresso powder, you don't have to. I personally think that it helps elevate the chocolate flavor and it adds like a little bit more of depth to it because it doesn't taste like plain chocolate in the original Little Debbie Star Crunch bar. This is what I feel is going to help amplify that Little Debbie flavor. So we're going to get this nice and melty. And as soon as this is nice and melty, we're going to add 1 entire 14-ounce can of sweetened condensed milk and let that just kind of melt together until completely smooth. Chocolate and butter is fully melted. You'll get this just smooth kind of gel-like texture out of it. Now we're going to add our 1 14-ounce can of sweetened condensed milk. Now, the trick with a recipe like this that you're doing over an open flame or over heat, you want to keep your heat at a low to medium and you want to constantly be stirring because these type of recipes, if you go too high on heat and you just let it sit, they will burn fast and then you're not going to get the desired flavor, taste, and or texture that you were looking for. So this is not a leave it and walk around thing. This is a, we are standing at the stovetop constantly moving our stuff. All right, keep this mixing until smooth. All right, our sweetened condensed milk is in and we are super smooth. Now we are going to take 20 unwrapped soft caramels and add it in and continually mix, you guessed it, until smooth. While you're stirring, take a quick second to pause and put 5 cups of Rice Krispies into a bowl and set it aside. All right, so here's where I'm going to switch over to a spoon instead of a whisk. Now we're going to add 1 10-ounce bag of mini marshmallows. And you want the mini marshmallows because it's going to save you a lot of heartache. All right, and then probably a bigger bowl than pot that I managed to do it in. You're going to mix this, and you guessed it, until it's smooth. All right, I'm not going to let you watch the tragedy that is this overflowing pot of marshmallows. So we are completely melted, and all we're going to do is we're going to come and pour this over our Rice Krispies and scrape our pot, and then we're going to mix. And after it is fully incorporated, we're going to get either silicone mats or parchment-lined baking sheets and form balls that we flatten out to be our copycat Star Crunch bars, circles, Star Crunch treats, Star Crunch treats. All right, let's get this all mixed and I'll show you what it looks like when they're all put together. Oh, I can't wait to try this. All right, bakers, using my large scooper and a little bit of non-stick spray, I'm gonna just scoop out a ball of it, put it on the tray, and flatten it out. And then I'm gonna let these cool for about 2 hours. I'm actually gonna stick them in my refrigerator to let them cool faster because I'm an impatient pain in the ass and I need to eat these now. But if you're normal, unlike me, just let them cool on their own. Bakers. Mine are cooled because I was an impatient ass and I put them in the refrigerator because that's who I am. And I'm not ashamed to say it. But look at it. Star Crunch bars. Now, are mine darker than the originals? Yes, because I use dark chocolate, not milk chocolate, because I don't have milk chocolate cocoa powder. Now, look at it. It looks like it from the bottom. Looks like it from the top. I'm just saying, you need to make these. All except for the type of chocolate I use. Little Debbie, I'm right here if you need me. That's all I'm going to say. These are fantastic.